Alright, so welcome back guys, or welcome if this is your first time here. I'm Vision here with Blind Entertainment bringing you guys another video. Today I'm going to be doing my death predictions for The Walking Dead Season 10. So if The Walking Dead is something you're interested in, don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below and hit that bell icon. That way you don't miss any more Walking Dead content from me moving forward. Now let's begin. Now first up we got Michonne, Judith, and RJ. Now, right off the bat, I'm going to say Judith and RJ are both safe. They're not going to kill them off. They're the future of The Walking Dead. They're the Grimes legacy, so they're 100% safe. As for Michonne, I'm going to give her a 50-50 chance. We know Denai's leaving the show after this season, so we don't really know what they're going to do with her character. There's rumors that she might go to the Rick movies, but if she wants off the show, they could kill her off. So, either way, we're losing her. Whether she goes to the Rick movies, whether they kill her off, we don't know. So, as of right now, I'm going to give her a 50-50 chance of survival this season. Next, we got Daryl and Carol. Now, I'm going to say both of them are 100% safe. We know they both signed contracts to be on the show for 3 seasons, starting in Season 9. So, they're safe pretty much until the end of Season 11. So, due to that, I'm going to say they're 100% safe. Unless one wants to be off the show, they could easily put one in the Rick Grimes movies. But I don't believe that'll happen. I honestly do believe that both these characters are safe and will move on to survive at least until the end of Season 11. Next, we got Aaron and his daughter Gracie. Now, I'm going to give his daughter a 100% chance of survival. No way they're killing her off. She's a kid. She's not being in the front line, so she's safe. So, as for Aaron, I'm going to give him a 75% chance of survival. I do believe there's a tiny chance he could kill him off, but I feel like he's going to be going for stuff due to Jesus dying last season. So I think it'd be silly to kill him off right now. So due to that, I think he's going to be safe this season. He's the embodiment of Rick due to the looks. So I think they're going to keep him around. Maybe in the next few seasons he might die, but as for right now, I think Aaron is 75% safe. Next, we got Rosita and her baby. Now, I'm going to go off and say the baby is 100% safe. No way she's going to die. Like, she's not going to be outside of the house probably, so she's safe. As for Rosita, that's a tough one for me. Because, one hand, she missed out on her comic death, so they might look to do it here. But I don't think they do it. I think they might keep her around for the time being, just because I don't see the point of killing her off right now. She could definitely go out due to the fact that she would affect Eugene, Sadiq, and Gabriel, and when killing off a character, you want to, have the impact most as many characters as possible, so she could die due to that. So I'm going to give her a 75% chance of survival this season. Next, we got Eugene, Sadiq, and Gabriel. Now, I think one of these guys is definitely dying. Eugene, though, is safe. He's like the brains of the show. He pretty much can explain pretty much anything that happens due to how smart he is. So he's safe. So then it comes down to Gabriel and Sadiq. I don't think it's Gabriel, and if he does, I think he won't get his comic book death due to the fact that they kind of did it already in Season 8. So I'm going to go lean more towards Sadiq. Because I know people might say, but Carl saved his life, so he can't die. Well, it's been 10 years, so technically he could possibly die in the show timeline. So I think, if I had to pick someone, I think it might be Sadiq to go out this season. I think Gabriel is safe. I think I'm going to give both Gabriel and Sadiq a 50-50 chance of survival. One of them's going. Next, we got Meegan and Lydia. Now, I'm going to say both of these guys are 100% safe. I think if you read the comics, you know Negan has a little bit more storyline to go through, so I think he'll survive at least this season, maybe through Season 11. Lydia, I'm going to say survives as well, because if she doesn't, then Henry's death would pretty much be meaningless. We don't really know where they're going to go with this character, so it could be 50-50, but as it stands right now, I'm going to say Lydia survives. I think she is pretty much going to be the embodiment of what Henry taught her, and going to be fighting against her people in this upcoming Whisper War. So I think both of these characters are safe this season. Next, we got Dante, and I think his name is Alfred or something like that. I don't think he's a comic character. I think he's a TV original character. Now, I think both of these characters, I'm going to give 50-50% chance of survival. I think we need some people killed off. Alfred could go for that death. I know people might think I'm wrong, but I think Dante could have a 50-50 chance just due to the fact that they kind of remixed him, due to the fact that they didn't know if Maggie would be here. And so he's not with Maggie right now. They could, if she returns, put him with Maggie. But as it stands right now, I'm going to give both these characters a 50-50 chance of survival this season. Next, we got Margot and Brandon. Now, Margot is an original TV character. She's not from the comics. I'm going to give her a 50-50 chance. Again, if we go into the Whisper War, we're going to need people that die. So I think she could definitely have that chance of dying. So I'm going to give her a 50-50 chance. As for Brandon, I'm going to give him a 100% chance of dying this season. If you know what happened to his comic counterpart, you'll know why I say that. If not, let's just say he and Negan have a bit of a dispute and it ends up with him kind of getting hurt and dying. So I'm going to say right now, one is 50-50 and Brandon is a 100% chance of dying this season. Next, we got Scott and Laura. Now, these are two kind of extras. Scott has outlived his kind of comic counterpart, and Laura, well, she survived the comics and had a thing with Dwight. Dwight's not on the main show right now. My prediction right now is that both these characters kind of a 50-50 chance just due to Dwight not being there. I'm going to give Scott a 75% chance of dying because he's kind of outlived his usefulness at this point, and Laura, they could always remix her storyline with Dwight, so I'm going to give her a 50-50 chance. Next, we got Maggie and Hershel. Now, I'm including them just because we have talks about Maggie possibly returning in Season 10. Hasn't been confirmed yet. But if they both do return, I'm going to say they both live. I'm giving them a 100% chance of living. Although, Lauren Cohan might want to leave the show permanently, so they could kill her off. But I think that'd be stupid just due to the fact that what just happened with Whiskey Cavalier. I'm thinking she's going to stick with The Walking Dead for a bit, so I'm going to say both of them are 100% safe this season. Next, we got Magna and Yumiko. Now, I'm going to say both of these characters are safe this season. We know these characters both survived to the end of the comics, so they could last for a few more seasons. I'm going to give Yumiko, though, a little bit more chance of dying, maybe a 75% chance, just because if we need characters to die, she could possibly go and Magna could remain. But I'm going to say they both survived this season, and I'm going to give at least Magna 100% chance of survival. Yumiko, 75% chance of survival. Next, we got Connie and Kelly. Now, I'm going to give Connie... Actually, I'm going to give both these characters 75% chance of dying. I think Kelly could go out in the Whisper War as one of those, characters that needs to die. Now, Connie, I know people want to see her get with Daryl. And people are shipping them, so that could save her. The only reason I put her in a higher risk of dying, or at somewhat of a risk of dying, is due to the fact that she's being cast in the Eternals, which is a Marvel property. So I could easily see her leaving The Walking Dead for Marvel, similar to Deny. So I'm going to give her a 75% chance of survival this season. Next, we got Luke and Alden. Now, I'm going to give both of them a 50-50 chance of survival. Luke just survived his comic death, and Alden just lost Enid, so I could easily see him doing something stupid to avenge her death. So I could see him dying this season. Luke, 50-50 chance. I could see him going out as one of the people in the Whisper War. Either way, I think one of them's dying, and it doesn't really matter which one, so I'm going to give both of them 50-50 chance of survival this season. Next, we got Earl and the Baby. Now, I'm going to say both of these characters 100% survive. One, the baby's not going anywhere outside of Hilltop, so the baby's safe. As for Earl, he's kind of older, on the older side. He's not going out there fighting in the war. I could see him supplying a group of weapons to fight the Whispers to avenge Tammy's death. But other than that, I don't think anything's going to happen to him. I think they're both safe and going to live to see at least the next season, unless something crazy happens. So I say both of them are safe. Next, we got Cal and Eduardo. Now, they're the two guards at Hilltop. Now, if we go into the Whisper War, I could see them dying at the gates of Hilltop, or they could die on the battlefield. They've been around for a while. They're kind of red shirts in a way. I could easily see them being like the cannon fodder to the Whisper War, dying. So I'm going to give them probably a 25% chance of survival this season. Next, we got Birdy and Oscar, another two red shirt characters that have been around since season 7 or 8. I'm going to give both of these 25% chance of survival as well. They could easily go out in the Whisper War. they're kind of red shirts, side characters. People probably don't even know who they are barely. So I'm going to say both of them have a 25% chance of survival this season. Next, we got Gage and Marco. Now, I'm going to give Gage 50% chance of survival. He lost his friends, so I could easily see him doing something stupid and dying, or he could just go out in the Whisperer War as one of the faces that we recognize. As for Marco, I'm going to give him a 25% chance of survival. Kind of a red shirt, comic character, but doesn't really do much. It's kind of a side character. I could easily see him going out in the Whisperer War and one of those memorable faces. So I'm going to give him 25% chance of survival. Next, we got Ezekiel and Jerry. Now, I'm going to say Ezekiel is safe. From what I read in the bios, it seems like he's getting his own story arc, so I could see him surviving this season, at least until season 11. As for Jerry, unfortunately, I'm going to put him on the chopping block. He's been promoted to a series regular, which is never really good news for the side characters. He's been around since season 7. This is going to be his 4th season. I say he dies in the Whisperer War, because we need one of those memorable faces. This is a dark time. He's one of the cheerful characters, so I don't think he's going to make it past there. Next, we got Diane, Nabila, and William. Now, I'm going to give Diane 25% chance of survival. Never a familiar face that could go out on the battlefield, so that's why I put her there. Nabila, I'm going to say 75% chance of survival. She'll mourn Jerry. I don't see her getting involved in the war. Someone needs to take care of the kids, so I could see her staying at home. William, I'm going to say 50%. There's a William in the comics who takes over after Ezekiel dies, so I could see that being him. But they could just take another random character and have him take over after Ezekiel dies. So 25% chance, 75% chance, and 50% chance for these 3 characters. Next, we got Cindy and Rachel. Now, I'm going to give Cindy 50% chance of survival. Now, last I heard, she was on the new Pretty Little Liars spinoff, so I could easily see them killing her off. That way I don't have to kind of deal with her back-to-back with the shows. As for Rachel, I'm going to give her a 75% chance of survival. I don't think she's going to die. I think she's going to maybe, if Cindy dies, take over as a leader. She signed a treaty as kind of the leader of the Oceanside, so I could easily see her surviving this season and becoming the leader. Next, we got Jules and Beatrice. Now, I'm going to give Jules 50% chance. New face. We're getting more Oceanside, so we're going to need more familiar faces. But she could also die in the Whisperer War. But I could see her becoming more of a prominent face in the Oceanside community, so I'm going to say she survives. As for Beatrice, she's kind of a red shirt. We don't even know if she's returning for this season. I'm going to give her 25% chance of survival. That is, if she returns for the season. Next, we got Alpha and Beta. Now, I know people think Alpha might die this season just due to what happened in the comics, but I'm going to give her a 50-50 chance. I could see them easily remixing her comic story where she doesn't die, but I'm not sure. I could see her also dying in like her comic character, so it's 50-50 for me. Beta, I'm saying 100% survives, just due to what happened to him in the comics. I think he's safe this season, at least until next season. Last, we got Gamma and Virgil. Now, I'm going to give Gamma a 50-50 chance of survival. She's a TV original character. I could easily see him remixing it where she dies instead of Alpha, and maybe that's what triggers the Whisperer War. So I could easily see them remixing it that way. As for Virgil, don't really know much about him. I don't know if he's going to be Pete from the comics or someone else from the comics. So I'm going to give him also 50-50 chance. They could easily do anything with him. He could survive, die in the Whisperer War. Really doesn't matter. So I'm going to give both of these characters 50-50 chance of survival this season. So yeah, guys, those are my death predictions for The Walking Dead Season 10. Let me know your death predictions in the comment section down below. And don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and share. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below and hit that bell icon. That way to miss some more Walking Dead content from me moving forward. And you can go follow me on Instagram and Twitter, which are linked in the About section of my YouTube channel. As always, it's been Vision here with Blind Entertainment, and I'll see you next time.